Before we get into the cards, I want to speak directly to your energy because that's where spirit immediately brought my attention. Right now, your energy feels different. It feels quieter, more withdrawn, more reserved than usual. Not because you stopped caring, but because something within you has changed. Your body is still present, but your heart has already begun packing its bags. You're looking around at your life, your relationships, your responsibilities, and there's this quiet realization that begins asking, how did I get here? How does this how does the place I'm standing in no longer feel like the place I belong to? There's a growing distance between where you are and where your soul longs to be. And that distance is beginning to change you. You're not necessarily angry. You're not even necessarily bitter. You're tired. Tired of pouring into structures that no longer seem capable of pouring back into you. Tired of carrying responsibilities that no longer feel aligned with your spirit. Tired of trying to convince yourself that staying where you are will somehow restore the joy that's been quietly slipping away. The challenge is that you're not someone who wants to leave recklessly. You're trying to navigate this transition with wisdom. You're trying to figure out how to honor your truth without creating unnecessary devastation for everyone else involved. You're balancing timelines, responsibilities, people's hearts, your own conscience. And in doing so, you've almost forgotten to ask yourself one very important question. What about my own happiness? Before this reading began, Spirit established the governing frequency through a series of angel codes: 1010, 1001, 1111, 222, 31232, followed by 92662. Together, they formed a transmission centered on divine order, sacred stewardship, alignment, and the quiet work of rebuilding your own inner architecture before our outer world changes. As I was speaking those words, 444 also came through, a reminder to return to the foundation, to remember that lasting change isn't built through panic or impulse, but through structure, integrity, and faithful stewardship. So, as we move into these cards, I don't want you to listen for confirmation of what you already think you know. Instead, I invite you to ask, where has my soul began moving, even if my life hasn't caught up yet? Let's see what Spirit has to reveal. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany, Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers, and to our subscribers, a special shout out. Welcome to this blind reading. Before a single card was drawn, this transmission began assembling itself through symbols rather than answers. The governing frequency that emerged was one of divine order, sacred stewardship, and the quiet architecture of becoming. The order of Melchizedek presented itself not as a title to be claimed, but as an invitation to contemplate the inner structure required to faithfully carry what has been entrusted to us. Accompanying this transmission were the angel codes 1010, 1001, 1111, 1001, 222, 31232, followed by 92662, forming a symbolic sequence that repeatedly returned to themes of alignment, covenant, remembrance, and consecration. Whether these numbers hold personal significance for you or simply invite deeper reflection, they establish the energetic foundation of this reading long before the cards begin to speak. With that architecture in place, we now enter the reading with open hands, not seeking confirmation of what we already believe, but allowing Spirit to reveal how divine order is unfolding, what is being stewarded, and what wisdom is ready to emerge through the cards. Spirit guides, those inclined to unconditional love and divine service, we thank you for assisting with clear messages. that will ring true to the bone for the benefit of those that will resonate with this message. As we enter this reading, we have 919 and 41 and 404 coming through on the timers. Someone here may be 51 years of age. We have sudden wealth in the crossing. You may also be seeing 777. You may be in a place of anticipating your ships coming in at this time. For what's hidden, we have air, toil, and labor. Where is this leading, spirit guides? Yearning in the reversed, freedom in the reversed. Spirit's advice in Rama, reversed. Overall, in your energy, there is a sense of gratitude on a certain level, but also an acknowledgement that we may either be desiring to place our energy in a more fruitful place, or we've already placed or put work in, and we're now waiting with expectancy. 3 of Wands, possibly. Yes, there's a portal here. You're grateful for what you may consider to be the mundane things, but you aren't necessarily feeling as though where you are in life right now, you're hitting the jackpot. What's hidden in your energy is that you are quite focused on giving a lot of your time and energy to working, to continuing investing in a certain outcome. We have air, toil, and labor. As we move into where this is leading, there is a sense of entrapment here and callousness. Yearning reversed. I don't necessarily care. I'm a bit aloof. I'm distancing myself from this situation. I'm ignoring it. But I don't feel free of it. I feel trapped. I feel stuck. In between this feeling is forced ignorance or numbing. Spirit's advice in Rama in the reverse, the evolution that is required to have the energy that you're sitting in right now in the upright, it will take a sense of acknowledgement on your part that this coldness, aloofness, callousness isn't going to contribute to you graduating this feeling. Sudden wealth. The order of Melchizedek. A symbolic sequence of repeated return. We have magic of the Kohelan Druid. Caution, sorcery, wary. This gives the feeling of seeing something that you really desire, that rings true to your soul expression and what you would consider to be over the rainbow happy. Unicorns and rainbows may be significant. Something here about a white horse. Someone here may have a child. Or you may have been in a department store toy section. I'm seeing a white horse with a tail that is rainbow colored. Sudden wealth, crossing, magic of the Kohelan Druid, I see something that I really like. This could be a mature woman that you're looking at, that you're seeing, or you could be the mature woman. Not feeling entirely lucky. There's a shrouding of energy here with the magic of the Kohelan Druid. We may want to come off as there's a mature woman here whose energy is being intercepted, or there's a ship coming in, I would say, of wealth, an energy stream, energy of wealth. To the energy that is wanting or feeling trapped, not feeling callous and cold, you see something that you would like, and your wish is to be able to match this energy. What's air, toil, and labor? You've also been focusing a lot on work. Have people been asking you about this? Mature woman? We have lovers in the reversed, house in the reversed, despair in the reversed, and water flight in the upright. If you are in a relationship and there is another party that you desire to establish something with, or that you like, or whatever the case, this relationship that you've been giving your energy to, it's in the reverse. You're not, it's like you're expending your energy on something that's going nowhere. The love isn't real, the love isn't reciprocal. And whatever foundations you're saying that you're working towards or giving your energy to, it's not it's not in the upright. No. There are ties here or circumstances that have you trapped with this energy. Trapped in the sense that you're in a state of avoiding despair. You're working to hold it together, to avoid a disaster, it seems. You want to release yourself with water flight in the upright, but it's very tricky. Okay? What is this feeling of? This may also be you being callous to what you really want, and you have a way of not necessarily being appreciative in the hidden spaces of your mind. With what you say with Song of the Siren. It's the internal dialogue. You're not trusting the process. Vulnerability in the reverse. You feel callous towards the position that you find yourself in. You wish you could transform it, coffin in the reverse, but it's difficult to bring yourself back in the upright to a point of high honor. You consider this person, this mature woman, to not only be of high honor, but of great fortune. You may be this mature woman that there is an energy here that maybe chose another household and they're having difficulties, it seems. Tell us about this callousness, being cold, but feeling trapped. What is this? Conscience in the reversed, turning slightly, 444, also coming through. Alignment, covenant, remembrance, and consecration. An energy here may be going through a spiritual awakening, and this could be the reason why they're feeling pressed and uncomfortable and not liking the feeling. Where this is leading, this coldness is giving you a hazy vision. I'm being drawn to the 444 energy. We have gift in the upright. Yeah. It's obscuring your ability to see the gift. Maybe the gift of the sewage that you find yourself sitting in. We have a drift in the reversed. Letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Yes. Ooh. You know what you say to yourself? I don't see the benefit or the gift in letting this go. Ugh. As a child, you may have had something that you really liked that was taken from you forcibly, like removed out of your hands. I'm seeing a child crouching and having something dragged or pulled out of the grasp of their hands. Mm, mm. Hard to see the gift. Spirit advice is Imrama in the reverse. There's still a lot of energy here to be worked through. Spirit guides, sudden wealth in the crossing. I'm hearing I'm over here, but I want to be over there. What is this? We have falling in love in the reverse. Okay. There may have been, you may be in the feeling of having experienced someone or a circumstance to which there may be an individual that stands out strongly to you was tied. And you may feel that this individual was inauthentic and shrouded their energy. And now you don't so like you. There may also be a mature woman here that is moving in a fashion that is causing, or well, she's trying, this energy may be trying, maybe moving in a covert manner that, if disclosed, would not be accepted, would be frowned upon, what they've been giving their energy to, possibly directly contributing to the lovers in the reversed. We do see this energy continuing directly from this energy into what's hidden, with the lovers reversed, house in the reverse, despair reversed, water flight upright. You may also be a mature woman that escaped a relationship or a household dynamic that you realized didn't deserve the investment. For others of you, you may be knowing of a mature energy that may have acted in a manner that was undesirable and not worth mentioning. This may be a person of questionable character. What's Imrama reverse? Marriage crossing. What's marriage in the crossing? Marriage in the crossing. You may be in a partnership that is dissolving at this time. Bad health reversed. What's the marriage? Bad health reversed. Farewell to the moon. Here she is. Oof. This house situation feels very volatile. A lot of questions about what's being done, where the marriage is going, the quality of the marriage. One party may have felt that this marriage drained them or contributed to bad health. You may have been ill during the marriage. Mm. Hmm. Let's get some clarifiers. Seven of crossing. Judgment reversed. King of Cups reversed. Death in the upright. Fool reversed. What's Death the Fool reversed? There may be an energy here that is hiding. Let's see. Judgment reversed when it comes reversed. Okay. So this is the ending of a relationship. And deciding not to move forward because there's no love there. Yeah. Whomever this reading is for, you spent a good while being in a place of defensiveness. Nine of Wands upright, the Page of Swords in the upright, and you were really looking at injuries that you possibly sustained during a relationship. This may be wealth, bank account, monies, titles, lands, assets, emotions, and so on, health. Yep, here we go. You started to look again, the Four of Wands with the Page of Swords in the upright. You started to look quite keenly at how a household was progressing, what the structure was looking like. Assessment on the foundations for sure. Someone may be up in their heads, can't sleep. Yeah, whatever was determined, you decided to walk away with the Eight of Cups in order to recover because you saw that this person had been pursuing, draining you of money. My goodness, we have the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. You said, I have no love for you. Knight of Cups in the reverse to the Page of Swords in the upright. Yeah, you could have been dealing with an earth sign. For others of you, this could have been a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You held back from making a decision on this energy because you benefited from their ability to turn over cycles quickly. So this energy may have been a master in some way, especially if they have Scorpio strongly placed. Really good at turnover. This would be the kind of energy that would lose a job today, have a job tomorrow type of thing. Okay. In the hidden space, giving energy, time, and work to this relationship or household that the foundations. The house won't fall if the bones are good. Air, toil, labor, love relationship, not going anywhere. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the upright. Working, trying to extract yourself. This is a part of the reason why you feel so miserable. Yeah, you don't want to be over there. Four of Cups reverse. You know that it's a loss. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in the crossing. You know that you've decided in yourself that the more your reserve, someone here may have been to a winery, you may like wine, you may like wine tours, but you know that the reserve of you cannot be planted in this reversed relationship where that you don't want to be in. You're also continuing to be intimate with this energy to appease them. Be careful of how much of your soul you're able to sell. Um, you may be leaving yourself too open energetically. You know, Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Wands in the upright. You know that this isn't the place that you want to place your pentacle. Where is this leading? Feeling callous because we don't necessarily see the way forward. Coming right off the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So we're feeling callous, and we're feeling that whether or not you're hearing that spirit's working with you, you don't necessarily feel that way. You don't feel that the universe is co-conspiring with you. Why? Because you feel like you have a lot to give and nowhere to plant it. What's the Two of Pentacles? You go in between worlds. Sometimes you know how. I guess that's the message. King of Wands in the upright to the Two of Wands. Yes, you do. Seven of Wands. You know how to go about balancing yourself. Why did we say Seven of Wands? King of Wands. Aha, got you. Okay. Okay. You know how to initiate balancing. You know how to utilize your fire to shift. What's the Two of Pentacles, King of Wands? Falling on the floor in the crossing, we have the Hanged Man. Pisces energy. The Sun in the upright and the Tower in the upright. You may be quite intuitive. If you haven't really exercised your gifts that much and you're not as familiar, the key here is that you need to sit in the upright in tempering your in-between callous energy and focus on the gift. The number 17 may be important. Focus on joy. You do have a sunny disposition. Yes, it's understandable that if you are still attached to a household or relationship you would rather not be in, that it won't necessarily have you running around wanting to jump over the rainbow. However, you will need to still tend to your own inner flame and make sure that the sun continues to be in the upright. You also need to balance a decision that you need to make. There is a presentation here or a gift that you want to present to someone, but it's as though you are laying there thinking about how you are going to execute this plan of leaving this tie, this laborious relationship that you really, with water flight in the reversed, preceded by despair in the reversed, waterfly in the upright, despair in the reversed, you wish to release yourself from. This is a tower that you're balancing. So whomever this reading is for, again, you are balancing making an offer. And in making this offer, the that will happen with the tower. Spirit's advice is that the quality of your journey at the soul level really depends on you doing this. Mm. You want to know what happens after the tower. Okay. What's the tower, spirit guide? Someone here may be a part of a fraternity, sorority. We have the 8 of Swords and the Lovers in the reversed. This is you walking away, being open about bringing an end to remaining in a place where the love was missing. We already saw that the love was missing here. We have the Lovers in the reverse twice. And then from the Mermaid Kipper combo, we have falling in love, following the mature woman. Imrama reversed, marriage crossing. Here we go. See, you're playing with your 10 of Cups. This is what you want at the soul level. Here we go. The 7 of Wands that presented itself energetically. Here we go. You know how to defend your happiness. So lock in and engage. There is grace here carrying you. Soften the edges of the callousness. Maybe find other ways of expressing how much you don't like this place. Maybe you do need to speak on it in the privacy of your time with the divine. Be honest and say, I don't particularly care for this shiznai. This don't make me happy. I don't want to be over here. I want to be over there. Focus on where joy lives and be bold in making the decision. Defend your happiness. It is the 10 of Cups that is up for grabs, and that is the issue. And that's why you're still hanged man in the crossing, thinking about wanting the High Priestess to flap against your brain back there and give you the key. You need to defend your own happiness, even though you're not with the person that you are in love with right now. You need to defend your happiness energetically. Guards up. 10 of Cups crossing, the 7 of Wands in the upright. Defend the marriage that you want. Defend the relationship template that you want. You know it's tied to your soul's calling. Own it. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Came out a bit weird, so we will reincorporate that. Ten of Cups, 7 of Wands, the Hermit in the reverse. Get out of your head. Defend your mental space. Defend your mental space. Is there someone, I just felt really annoyed. The energy of someone coming up behind you, always wanting to be close to you, wanting to be in your thoughts, wanting to know what you're doing. That's annoying. Defend your mental space. Defend your clarity. Defend your ability to go within and suss out how you wish to proceed with this. What's the 7 of Wands upright, the Hermit reversed? This energy, Queen of Swords in the upright. There may be an air sign in your energy that is agitating you. This is contributing to ill health. You need to speak up for yourself. What's the Seven of Wands upright, Hermit reversed? Yeah, give me my bloody peace. The Three of Swords in the upright. You're annoying me. Why do you want to be in my business? Move away from me. Why do you want to know what I'm doing? It's not your business. What's the Three of Swords upright? Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords upright. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. You don't need to tell this person about what your wishes are. Someone here is trying to be in your energy, trying to know, or speaking ill on some matter of heartbreak. What's the issue here? Why is this person in your ear? Why aren't you speaking up for yourself? Anything else for you guys? It says though this person, their wish, their covert and weird wish is to keep you in a place of always thinking about the bad parts and needing to recover. Focus on your abundance and focus on your rest, because your rest actually is going to not only help to put you in a good emotional place, but even your body as well. Nine of Pentacles. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, I invite you back for the next reading. Until next time, bye for now.